I feel like when I say make the better argument, I feel like we do better as you, me, as an organization, if we're explaining to people to a point where we don't have to actually explain, when they see what's happening, because they're educated on the principles involved. Why is this guy up here? That's why. So that.
Well, I think in both the Tupac murder.
Are we speeding? We're
Yes,
good?
we are. We're
Okay.
speeding.
I think in both, in the Tupac murder and the Biggie murder, there's people that are out there that know firsthand such little information, but then there's so much crap out there, and it never stops. There's always somebody that's got an opinion on those two murders. That there's so much information out there that is disinformation, but people formulate their opinion or embellish what little maybe first-hand knowledge they have of, they went to one death row function, and next thing you know, they're an expert on how security was run and who was doing security and all that sort of stuff. When it's like, no, you were at one death row function, that's it. But they embellish what they have because everybody's after a money grab. I mean, let's face it. You throw the name Tupac or Biggie out there, and everybody's got something to say about it. Everybody's got something to sell paraphernalia about it. Everybody out there is to make a buck. And even if it's a complete false narrative and a complete lie, it just never ends. And there's certain people out there that are so entrenched in trying to make money and have made money on these lies and false narratives that they've been pushing, that it's almost like they can't stop. I mean, you're so deep into it now, you've got to keep it going. And there's people like Reggie that, at one moment he will say he knows everything, and that's why he can speak as an expert on this and try to shoot everybody down. And then the next thing he'll say, he's got all this deniability that none of this stuff happened, and he wasn't aware of any of the security that was going on. And it's like, he's just a complete liar. He's completely non-credible at this point. Now, I mean, I can tell you for a fact, when we follow up on a lead, or somebody provides the FBI with some information, and it's not first-hand information, and it's hearsay, you don't just accept it. You have to corroborate. You have a duty to do the due diligence. And it kind of goes back to some of these police corruption cases that we have, or even if we are going after, say, an allegation against a corrupt senator or governor or House of Representative, we do not make those things public, because if we cannot corroborate that these allegations are true, we're ruining somebody's career. Not cool. We have to keep it on the down low, and we do. And it's only when there is something that's credible and we're able to put our investigation together, then they'll come out when you find out somebody's indicted for some corruption, and everybody's like, oh wow, where did this come from? It's because if those aren't true allegations, we don't want to ruin those people's career. And that was one of the things that we ran into when we were doing the Rampart case regarding the whole Rafael Perez thing. Not to tangent over there, but it's like, hold it, this guy's making all these allegations against these police officers. We owe those officers, because LAPD went public with that before we even got a chance to look at it. So we're telling our bosses, we owe it to these police officers to either prove what Perez is stating is true, or we need to clear these officers so they can get on with their careers and clear up their name. And that's why it became such a cluster, because we were really hand-tied on how we were able to look into that. But these people that, they say that they have all this first-hand knowledge of things, but they don't. They just embellish what little bit that they know, or what they've read, or what they've heard from other people, and then they incorporate that into their story, so now they're able to give this perception like they're some expert on it or something.